Guys, am I live? I am live. Okay. Anyway, guys, so we're going to get into the player ratings, but we're going to have to talk about everything and anything that's Nottingham Forest. Can someone tell me in the chat if I'm live? I think I am live. I've got a live button. I'm live. Okay. So let's start by talking, before we do the player ratings, about the actual team, which I'm still not sure if they did line up this way or not, or it was my imagination. And guys, if you'd be kind enough in the live stream, or if you're watching later on, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's take some positives out of tonight's game. Okay, so this is how we think we lined up, and we had a debate on this for about half an hour before the match. And the first name that stood out like a siren, like a light going off, flashing, like an ambulance coming straight for you, was Cook being put in there, ahead of Worrell, ahead of Biancone, who doesn't even make the bench. Bidet might as well just go back to France, bro. Doesn't seem like he wants you. But yeah, we saw him there, and then we saw Coyote, and I guess the thinking, if I have to try and justify it behind Coyote, was Leicester are crap at set pieces and defending them. They're terrible at it. Let's get some height in there. He was one of the worst players on the damn pitch. We then had McKenna, who I don't think was fully match fit. I mean, he's come back from a knock and been chucked in there. And then you had Awoni on there and Lingard. Now, I said at the start of the game, look, I'll take it for the formation. I'll sacrifice Cook, Coyote playing instead of Mangala, who apparently 2 weeks ago was only days away from full fitness. But apparently he wasn't fit enough to start today, but Coyote was. Anyway, started okay for the first 5 minutes. Forest pressed them, created some chances. And then once the first goal went in, I can't even remember. I honestly can't remember the first goal. Was it the worldie? No, that was the second goal. Guys in the chat, what was the first goal? What was the first goal? I can't remember. I can't remember. But anyway, once that first goal came in, you had to start your clocks. Why? Because Forest are like Tesco's. You go into Tesco's, either you do a buy one, get one free deal, or sometimes they have a buy two, get third free, the old bug off. Welcome to Nottingham. This is what we offer you as well. It was the deflected goal. Thank you, the East is red and Paul. Now, once that first goal goes in, it was a little lucky because it did deflect off McKenna. You could probably argue it was a handball anyway and would have been given as a penalty. But in it went, 1-0. Heads drop. Shape destroyed. Players think, honestly, my under 12s, once they concede a goal, their heads do drop. They don't drop like Forest players do. However, what I will say, the improvement, and let's try and take some positives out of this. The improvement was we didn't concede 3 goals in 6 minutes. It took us 10 minutes this time. We reached double figures before we conceded the 3 goals. That's a positive that we can take away. So when Cooper comes out afterward and tells us we're still learning, we're still developing, at least he can put a tick by that box that we've improved from goal 1 to goal 3 by 4 and a bit minutes. So, you know, that's a good thing to start with. Now then, in terms of the back four, I was expecting to see Williams as a totally different beast, playing in a back four, what he's used to, and all this. He was worse than when he played in a back five. He was shocking. Straight away he was fouling. Straight away he got a yellow card. There's always these rash challenges that come in from our back four. It's atrocious. And then Cook and McKenna were just being done by the ball over the top. Leicester were just targeting Cook's side, sending those balls in over the top. Vardy was drifting out wide. Reg Vardy drifting out wide. And it was just pulling our defense apart. Coyote was atrocious. Coyote has no pace whatsoever. But where does he find himself for the first or the second goal? Finds himself on the halfway line, just gently jogging back, gently jogging back. You're meant to be the furthest CDM style player, bro. You're the CDM and you're there playing on the halfway line. At least pretend you're busting a gut to get back so that we can't call you out. You were literally there on the replay. Could see you jogging. Run, Forest, run, man. Shocking. O'Brien wasn't even great today. And there was arguments. Excuse me. There's arguments going on. I don't know what it was about, but Gibbs-white and O'Brien, I'm surprised they didn't go to blows, man. That probably would have been more entertaining than the actual football we got to see there. Johnson was terrible. Johnson was atrocious, but not as bad as Lingard. Not as bad as... I remember the first goal now because Lingard. I just had to say the word Lingard to remind myself of something I was trying to block out in my mind. Lingard. He's meant to be this great player that's come from Manchester United. Had the season of his life on loan at West Ham. International seeker of the World Cup this year. And he slices a clearance on the edge of the box. Great play, Lingard. Great play. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. But before Leicester could score, Gibbs-white puts through Iwobi with it's actually a lovely pass to the outside of the box. He comes up against Ward, the keeper who's guaranteed to concede a goal every other shot. What does he do? He drags his shot onto the post. Pathetic. Pathetic from the back all the way through to the front. This performance makes the Fulham and Boringmouth performance look like world-class quality. It's pathetic. Pathetic. And the second goal comes in. And lo and behold, what is it? It's a shot from outside the box. Look around. No Forest players in sight. No one closing him down. But Cooper says we're learning. Cooper says we're learning. That's happened about 5 times this season, man. 5 times from the edge of the box and no one closes them down. Unreal. Third goal. Dumbass tackle by Coyote. Pointless. I said on the stream, you couldn't pick the blade of grass to put the free kick from. Any free kick taker loves that position. Why? Dead center, 25 yards out. In the middle, he can go left and right. There's nothing the keeper can do if he doesn't guess the right side. Where'd you line the wall up? There's all kinds of issues. But Coyote picked the perfect spot to give the free kick away. And then, of course, in true Forest fashion, we concede it and it goes off the post. That was it. 3 goals in 10 minutes. But like I said, it was good to see an improvement from 3 goals in 6 minutes to 3 goals in 10 minutes. So hopefully next week when we play Villa, maybe we won't concede the 3rd goal until 15 minutes, maybe 20, maybe we'll double up. I don't know, but we will see. Anyway, and then the 4th goal, well, the game was done by then. It was a back heel finish with the side of his boot from Daka, just in between Cook and McKenna, both looking at each other, loving their eyes maybe, I don't know what. And it just slots into the bottom corner. Henderson probably could have done better with that. It's pathetic, man. It's pathetic. TC says it's not Tesco. That's too good. More like Lidl. Bro, this is more like freaking food bank football. Seriously. Food bank football. Anyway, guys, let's get on to the player ratings and let's start this crap. This is going to be fun. Honestly, I switched off mentally from the first goal because I knew that following that it was going to be at least 3-0. Let's go on to Henderson. And guys in the chat, in the live chat, take part in it. If you're watching this later on or tomorrow, or if you're suicidal, then, calm yourselves down first. But let me know your score ratings of the player in the comments down below. Henderson. Look, at some point, we got to stop saying poor Henderson. He's conceded 3 goals, but he's still England's #1 keeper. I mean, I'm going to let you guys know, if anyone gets over a 4 today, the only person I think who can get over a 4 today would be Biancone, because he didn't come onto the pitch. In fact, he wasn't even named on the subs bench. Worrell was our best player. Worrell is my man of the match because he didn't step foot on that pitch. 4 goals is not acceptable now. I don't care if you want to say they weren't his fault. I don't care if you want to say none of them could have been saved. I'm saying 4 goals this match, 3 goals the match before, 3 goals the match before that. Do we need to carry on? It probably couldn't have done much about most of them, but whatever. 3 for Henderson. They all are just pathetic. What we got in the chat? Ninja saying 2. Carl saying 5. Dean saying 2. Adam saying 3. Wheezy saying 2. Shift saying Henderson is never in command of his box. Poor distribution. 2 out of 10. Wish we still had Samba. Samba was better. A lot of Samba better. I mean, Hennessy probably could have conceded 3. You know, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on to our delightful back 4. I'm going to start from right to left, and we're going to start with Williams. There we go. Williams didn't. First time he got in the way of Henderson to block a shot was right there. Anyway, Williams, probably the worst match I've seen him have, and apparently he's a back 4 player as a right back. Like I said at the start of what I was saying, he was rash in his challenges. He got a yellow card early on. He was just generally terrible. Aurier, when he came on, looked better than him. And Aurier is a walking disaster with a red card at any point. So for Aurier to make you look even worse says everything about it. I don't remember him doing one thing that was decent today. And in fact, he got subbed off. He got subbed off quite early on. I've just read what Wheezy says. He defends like Trent Alexander-Arnold. Well, I watched his interview earlier and he looks up to Trent. Bro, I'm going to tell you now, you need to be looking up to maybe a Reece James or a Jed Spence. I am so now convinced that Jed Spence should have been the option over Williams. Okay, I'm going to say a lot of things on this that I'm going to regret later on, but I don't really care. This is football and I can say what I want. It's my channel. Don't like it, piss off. Anyway, I'm going to give Nico Williams, where's my rating thing gone? Hold on. I'm going to give him a massive 2 out of 10 because he was terrible. Terrible. All right, Wheezy's giving him a 1. What else we got here? Shifty giving him a 2. Southpaw Red giving him a 2. Carrington on delay by the looks of it, 1 for a Henderson. Roger saying keep Aurier. It's worrying me that you guys are saying keep Aurier, man. Aurier is a walking red card, and it just kind of underlines how bad Henderson won. Turbo saying 2 is generous. Northern is saying you're not fit to wear the shirt. Bro, me or Nico, man? Which one? And then Southpaw Red saying Aurier. Look, we'll come on to Aurier in a bit. But let me get... I'm just getting annoyed just even looking at his picture. He's a good-looking lad, but I don't want to look at him right now. It's just winding me up, so... Get him off the screen. Who should we go with next? Who's playing next to him? It was Captain Cook. Captain Cook. The name. Look, I gotta say this right. Worrell must have fallen so far from grace that Cook, the little engine that can't, the little engine that can't, is getting in ahead of Worrell. I mean, Worrell's crap. Don't get me wrong, right? But Cook, man, what is Worrell thinking right now? And then they make him Captain Cook? What, Captain Hook, man? What the hell? Captain Hook was... he was getting done by the ball over the top. Vardy, who's like 436 years old now, he was outpacing himself. Now, Vardy's always been quite fast, granted. But what the hell, man? What the hell? It's... I blame Cooper for playing Cook. Now, he wasn't atrocious. Yeah, he was crap. He wasn't atrocious. But what is he doing anywhere near the pitch, man? I mean, the pace that he has, yeah. And God rest their souls, my dead grandmothers are faster than him, yeah. In the current state they are now. And it's like, bro, just know when you've reached the limit on the league that you are capable of playing in, and the Premier League is not that. Boring Mouth got rid of you because they didn't think you were good enough for Championship / Premier League, yeah? And that's Boring Mouth. Why would Forest now think he's good enough to start away from home against Leicester City? Why did he start ahead of Worrell, who's crap? And what the hell is wrong with Biancone? I am telling you now, right? I know who I don't want in the team. And I am prepared for someone from the crowd to go in and play football ahead of Cook and Worrell, yeah? But we have actual players. We have actual players who are apparently defenders that we have signed. Bidet, yeah? We got Biancone, both of which can play on the right side, yeah? But why? Why? Having said that, Cook did what Cook is capable of what he's capable of, and wasn't the worst player on the pitch. I'm going to give him a 4, just because I feel sorry for his lack of pace, and he makes me feel like I'm freaking Usain Bolt. I'm going to give him a 4. No, have I lost my plot? No, I'm not. I'm giving him a 2. Sorry, 2. I forgot how to count for a second. All right, what are you lot saying? TC saying Cook inspired no one as captain. He inspired Worrell, because Worrell must have been laughing. Dana's saying, why isn't Biancone again? I said, no clue, man. No clue. I mean, he must have slept with someone that was close to Cooper for him not to be playing. This is the whole Zaha Moyles thing again. Roger's saying it's not Cook's fault, it's Cooper's. Steve says, why isn't Biancone even getting in the squad? No idea. 2 says Joe. 3.2 says East is red. Tim says, are you joking? I was joking. I actually did press the wrong number and I just went with it to style it out. Adam saying -5. Give Carrington 89 a 2 for effort. Okay. You worse than Cooper a 4. It's a 2. Okay, 2. Chill. My God. Anyway. Let's move on. Let's move on to McKenna. Scotty boy McKenna. I don't think he was fit. I really don't. And I just don't think... I just read James's comment. Gonna get the 2 for putting his shirt on the right way. It's hard to tell, isn't it, with no sponsor these days. I mean, he deflected the ball into the net for the first goal, didn't he? It was like, was he better than Cook? Probably, but is that really hard? I don't think he was fully fit. I don't know why he was started. Again, like you could have put Cook and Worrell. Oh my God, did I really just say that? I've lost the plot today. The ibuprofen must be wearing off. The COVID must be coming back. I don't know, guys. I think he wasn't fit. I still like Scott McKenna. I still think he's a good defender. But when you play with crap around you, there ain't much you can do. And you just, I don't know, man. I don't know. 3. We conceded 4 goals. There shouldn't be anyone in the defense scoring higher than a 3. If he was injured, then it's Cooper's fault for playing him. 3. Let's move on. Let's move on to the guy who should tonight be on the phone, on his knees to Simeone, saying, Gaffer, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I pissed you off. I'm sorry that you wanted to change the formation from how we... I will do anything for you to get this loan contract and rip it up. Please, Diego Simeone, save me. Because this guy is such a good footballer and such a good defender, but we can make him look utter crap. He must be calling his agent tonight. If I was him, I'd be calling the agent and being like, bro, when you said I was going to a team that played in red, I thought you were talking about Arsenal or Liverpool. Where the hell have you sent me, man? Where the hell have you sent me? And it's just unbelievable. Look, Lodi is a player who can play in a back 4 and can be attacking. Why? Because he has centre backs that can cover him, and he has a CDM who can cover him at Atletico Madrid. In this team, he can't attack because no one can cover him. In this team, he can't cross it in because we've got freaking Smurfs for height up front and in our attack, right? What can he do apart from play crap because the rest of the team is crap? What can you do? What can you do, man? I don't know what to give him, man. I mean, he probably had the most touches out of anyone. That's as positive as I can be about it. It's like, well, what should we give him? I still like him. I'm going to be a little biased here. I'm going to give him a huge whopping 4. Because I still know the player that he is. And it's probably more impressive that we've made him look as crap as he is. But it's just, bloody man, take my advice. Just go back to Atletico Madrid, man. Just go back. Your career is going to get flushed down the damn toilet. Okay, let's move on. I'm really enjoying this, guys. This is such a fun thing to do, slating the players of the team that I love. My God. And speaking of slating players, I'm going to need a big breath for this one. So, we start with Cook, who has no pace in defense. And we protect Cook and McKenna with the world's fastest CDM in Czech Coyote. What the hell was that all about? The only logical reason I can think, is because Cooper thought we were going to score 15 goals from set pieces because Leicester can't defend set pieces. Knock, knock. Leicester kept a clean sheet today with the worst keeper in the Premier League. Coyote, you are absolutely crap. You can tackle. I'll give him that. He can tackle. But he moves like a freaking tortoise, man. He moves like a tortoise. At fault for a couple of the goals. Out because he was out of position. Literally out of position. Yeah. Mangala's on the bench. If Mangala's on the bench, in my opinion, that means he's fit enough to play. Mangala apparently 2 and a bit weeks ago was 2 or 3 days away from full fitness. How does he go from 2 weeks later, from being 2 or 3 days away from fitness, to starting on the bench? Carson Palmer is more mobile than him. He's got to be one of the lowest ones. He was atrocious. It was atrocious for me. Does he even score? We'll give him a 1. Just about scores. Maybe we're rounding it up. My God, I'm seeing some interesting number from you guys. 0.00068 from Pets. Easter's Red saying 0. Thea is saying 1. I'm looking generous with my 1. Shifty Geezer saying Coyote Anonymous too slow. 1 out of 10. Wheezy says I've had milk turn quicker than him. Dean says 1 just because he managed to put on his own boots. He must have put them on the wrong feet. Oh my God, I'm just seeing these goals again. Oh yeah, it's Barnes. Yeah, he does Nico Williams beautifully there with 1 move to his left, 1 to his right, and then the defense don't press. Beautiful. Beautiful. Carl's giving him a 0.5. Let's move on. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Let's move on to O'Brien. Every Forest fan over the last 2 weeks, including myself, was O'Brien in. O'Brien first name on the team sheet. O'Brien is our savior. O'Brien will turn our fortunes around. Poor old Lewis O'Brien with the weight of his world on his shoulder. O'Brien will go out there on his own. He doesn't need 10 other players. To be honest, he didn't get 10 other players on there. Poor Lewis O'Brien. What can he do when his partner in midfield is Coyote, who can't move, and then he has to then man the midfield and get overrun? Probably O'Brien's worst game for me. And how could he have a good game with the crap going on around him? I felt sorry for him. He did what he could do against Fulham when he came on. But again, remember, the game had already been gone and past. Fulham were 3-1 up. Game gone, game over. But it's the picking of the partnerships in the midfield is so bad at the moment from Cooper that it's just ridiculous. I mean, he's helping the opponents with it. I'm not going to go in on O'Brien because he's brilliant. I think he's one of our best players. But even he has been succumbed to the shitness that is Nottingham Forest. 4 goals conceded. No one's getting a high score today. What are you guys saying? 5 for O'Brien. Brett saying 6. Southpaw saying 4. 4. James saying O'Brien 4 feels sorry for him. I agree with you, James. Cooper took 8 matches to play a back 4, says David. Cooper is a mastermind. 4.5 from Wheezy. O'Brien's being stitched up with who? Yep, I fully agree with that. George says, that was from N2 Dub, sorry. George says 4, but Cooper was expecting him to mark Tillman and Madison. Yeah, he's expecting him to do 3, a job that 3 men should be doing. Shifty says, O'Brien, did he actually play today? 1 out of 10. I mean, I think that's a little harsh. But yes, your opinion. Adam's giving him a 5. Craig Smith saying Cooper has to be sacked. It's just not working. Joe says O'Brien and Mangala need to play together. A lot of 4s, a lot of 4.5. So we're on about the same page. Easter's Red saying 4.8. All right, let's move forward from O'Brien to who? To whom? To whom I think is the right word. Let's go from right to left again. And this probably is the one that it's going to hurt me the most because I love him. I love him and I don't want to slate him. But he was atrocious today, man. He was shocking. Johnson, play him out wide. We will be fine, I said. Johnson is a different animal out wide. Johnson is the man out wide. Johnson was crap. The only thing that sticks in my mind about that performance, he did do this amazing run, and I was like, bro, where did that come from? Well, he took on like 16 of their players. But it's like, man, what the hell was that Awoni-style touch when the goal was wide open? I mean, we'll get onto Awoni's shots in a minute. But when that ball broke to Johnson, the goal, from the angle, you could see it completely open. And he shins the absolute crap out of it, man. 06C Dancer, thank you for subscribing. It was one of the worst touches I've ever seen in my life. I have not forgotten. I've not forgotten. Honestly, if I was blind and I was looking and I could, I don't know, like I had this freaking Jedi style sense. You told me it was Awoni taking that touch, I would have believed you. It looked like an Awoni classic second touch. I'm sorry, Jono. I love you, bro, but it's a 2. It's a 2. That touch killed me. That touch. It was like here. It was here, man. It was here. Bang! Chopped my heart in 2. There was no link-up play at all with him down the right-hand side. Nothing. Nothing. But that touch was unforgivable, man. That touch was unforgivable. The run was nice. That's what got him to a 2. Outside of that, this is a different player to the one that played at Wales last week. It is what it is. Anyway, let's move on from John. What are you lot saying, actually? What are you lot saying? MMA saying my 6-year-old would have been embarrassed with that touch. Yeah, go back to my dead grandmas, you know, they would have been embarrassed. Turbo saying the 3. His first touch on that was bad. Okay, he didn't do too much, but wasn't our worst player. Bro, that touch was unforgivable, man. That touch was unforgivable. Adam giving him a 2. Let's move on. I don't like Slayton. He feels like a son to me. I can't. Hard on, Cooper's talking. Hold on. If we took that chance, it would have made a difference. You think, mate? Sorry, guys. I'm just listening to this interview. I'll be 2 secs. You're watching this later on. Fast forward 30 seconds or so. He looks deflated, guys. He looks deflated. Start getting your MG dub ratings in the chat. He thought we did better in the second half. Obviously, because Leicester had already won the match. Please stop saying second half was better. Oh my god, man. Yeah, but you're meant to set them up tactically. If they got the tactics wrong, it's on you. All right, Coops, enough, man. I want to get on with these ratings. Stop talking, bro. Here we go. Back to the new group status. It's not funny, bro. It's not funny. All right. I don't want to hear you happy to talk about the situation. I want you to fix the situation. There's a difference between saying I'm happy to fess up, I'm happy to and here we go, back to the 22 players. Seriously. Anyway, let's get back on with this. I don't want to listen to it anymore. It's just winding me up now. Okay, Morgan Gibbs-white. Through ball's good. Chances created good. Mr. Sitter header bad. Overall was pretty crap. Wow, I summarized that, but I'm pretty spot on with that summary. Very quick. Really bad overall. Should have scored. Did some nice through balls. Rest of the game, poo, 3. Move on. What are you lot saying? 4, 3, 3. Adam saying 4. Ninja saying 2. TCC saying 3. MMA saying MGW 3 didn't do anything defensively. Bring back Zinc. MGW not fit, but can't see his. That's actually a good point, Cal. That's a good point. I don't know why he started when he was apparently carrying it on. Oh my god, this interview's, have they not finished yet? What did they ask him, guys? What did they ask him? Did they ask him if he's scared about his job? I had it on mute. Anyway, 3, we're moving on. Okay, next. Oh, God. Oh, God. Jesse Lingard. Go the fuck back to Manchester, because I don't want you anywhere near my club. Go take your FIFA rating. Go shove it up your ass, yeah, so that it comes out in a bronze brown color, because you should not even be a gold card on FIFA. It should be bronze, and not even a rare bronze, a common bronze. You are so bad. You are so gone. You are by a country mile, a shadow of the former self you were, and that former self of you was crap. There, got it off my chest. Oh, felt quite good. That felt quite good. Like, he will go and he will make these great videos. Oh, Morgan Gibbs-white, let's go give everyone their FIFA card, man. Let's go give everyone their FIFA card. You need to be on the training pitch, mate. You need to learn how to clear a ball. You need to learn how to pass a ball. You need to learn how to play football. Just go piss off, man. You're getting... I don't think I've given a player this before, but I'm giving it to him. 0. If I could be bothered to write minuses, I'd write minuses as well. What are you lot saying? -1, 0. Lingard did nothing. What else we got here? -1 from Swoogie. Minus like 1,000,000,000,000 from Wheezy. Lingard is a 5. That's a -5, says James. Gabby giving him a 1. How the hell did you get to 1? What the hell? Adam saying -100. Worst player ever. After all the big talk, after all the Steve Cooper interviews saying, yeah, we've had a chat and all this. What the hell did you chat about? What did you chat about, man? What a joke of a player. I never want to see him in a starting lineup again, ever. He's so bad. So bad. I was hoping this would be the game he proves me wrong. I was hoping this would be the game where he took it by the scruff of the neck, where he freaking just demanded a bit of his experience. No. Piss off. You're crap. You're absolute crap. I don't even look at him anymore. Let's move on. Owoni. What a bender, man. That shot he missed, that could have changed the game. We could have been 3-1 down instead of 3-0 down, even though we would have been 1-0 up. What an absolute bender of a shot. And then that second shot where he goes through, where the keeper is nearly outside his own box, where even my 4-year-old daughter would have lobbed the keeper. He tries to finesse a pass round him. Like, what are you doing, man? Seriously. What? You were crap today. Now, the service into him was atrocious. And you make a good point, Ben. He's freaking laughing the whole time. I'm telling you, this isn't Owoni from Berlin, Union Berlin. This is his twin brother that they found somewhere, man. His touches were appalling. His finishing was appalling. He could have had 2 goals today. He wasn't such a bender, man. I don't know, man. I'll give him a 1 and move on. Like, go away. Go away. Take your 1 and be gone with you. All right, let's keep moving on. This is just, it's a drag now. Then there was like 3 subs made. Oh yeah, this is where Cooper really, really got me going. When he took off O'Brien and Kouyaté, and he brings on the dynamic duo, Yates and Freuler. Let's start with Ryan Yates. Crap. Did he impact the game? No. Did he do anything? Yes. He took a header that was only 15 yards too high and about 17 yards wide. That's about as much as I can remember from him. Was he anywhere correct on the pitch at any time? No. Did he do anything to impact the game like O'Brien did when he came on against Fulham? No. Bear in mind, Leicester were already 3-0 up here. It's not like they were battering us in the second half. They were quite happy with 3-0. They just wanted their 3 points. No. Yates come on and does crap all. Yates, go back in the kitchen. Go cook for Steve Cook, because that's the only person who wants you to do anything right now. Go make him a meal. You couldn't even do that. You spilt the frying pan or whatever happened on that video. You're getting a 1 as well, man. You're getting a 1. Let's move on. Freuler. He came on as well with him, didn't he? Freuler was like, I don't know. There's a couple of passes. He was at fault for the 4th goal. He's like, he destroys Spain midweek, or last week, should I say, in a Swiss team. Absolutely puts Spain to the sword. Then gets a goal and an assist in the next match. And it's like, he comes into Forest. We don't play to his strengths. We don't play to anything, and we just put him on and we partner him with Yates, because that was genius by Cooper. The partnership that didn't work last week against Fulham is obviously gonna be the one that saves us today at 3-0 down, with Freuler, who needs legs around him, who needs someone who's not scared of getting the ball like a Mangala. No. What does he do? He brings on Freuler and Yates. What the hell, man? It's like, this proves to me that they don't know how to use him. They don't know how to use a player who's this good. It's amazing, amazing how bad we can make Freuler, Lodi, freaking Johnson. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. I am going to say, Matt, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm going to give Freuler, I'm feeling a little generous with him. I'm going to give him a massive 3 out of 10. Massive 3 out of 10. And then I can't remember who the third sub that came on was. Was there 3 subs at halftime? Oh, actually, I do remember. This guy was actually decent. I gotta say, he was decent. And that worries me. That worries me a lot. I ain't got a picture of him. That's how good he is. That's sick. I knew I forgot someone. Serge Aurier came on. We can pretend he's there. Serge Aurier I thought was all right. And that really does, like I say, worry me. Why? Because he is like a disaster waiting to happen. He's like a 1 tackle away from a red card. He's a liability. But he made Williams look atrocious. I mean, Williams did that by himself, to be fair. But Aurier was actually okay when he came on. He actually showed he had a little bit of understanding of what a football pitch looks like, how a ball works and how you're meant to kick a ball. And for me, Aurier is now ahead of Williams in the pecking order. And that scares the absolute crap out of me because I know what a disaster he is going to end up being if he goes back to Spurs Aurier. I ain't got a picture, so don't spend too long on him. Let's just give him a 5. I thought he was okay. We'll give him a 5 out of 10. Let's move on, because I want to talk about Dennis. And Dennis we definitely do have on here. Dennis must have got a nosebleed. 59 minutes and 58 seconds. As Nick Kirk subscribes to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Like, I can just imagine the conversation happening, right? You probably had Cooper turn around and go, yo, Dennis, strip off. And he was like, nah. And Cooper's like, what do you mean? There's still, you're 25 minutes too early, boss. It's in my contract, according to you, that I can only have 5 minutes. It's like, and then, like, Dennis is like, no. And he's like, up you get, son. Up you get. We're going to play you for, 7 times the amount or 6 times the amount that we usually give you. He wasn't great when he came on, to be honest. He wasn't great when he came on. He replaced Awoni. I mean, Awoni hadn't set the bar high. But to be fair to Dennis, his contracted 5 minutes were breached today. So, he only started playing from the 85th minute once he came on. He had a terrible shot. He was offside, but thank God he was offside because the shot was so bad it nearly went and hit the corner flag. Let's just give him a 4. This is semi-therapeutic. I know I'm slating these guys, but I don't care. After them making me watch what I've had to watch, I and you guys have the right to just get it off our chest. I'm saying 4 with him. Andrew, man, calm down, bro. Calm down. If your blood pressure's boiling, walk away. Walk away for a bit. Okay. So Dennis came on, and then what other crap came on after that? I can't even remember. Was that it? Guys, help me out here. What happened after Dennis? I feel like there's 2 more subs. Oh, Mangala. Class. He came on and he just drove. He got the ball and he was just driving. He was like, there's 10 other shitters around me. They ain't going to do nothing. I need to pick this ball up. I need to take this game by the scruff of the neck. And I'm just going to play. Do not tell me he wasn't fit to do 90 minutes. He was like a little terrier in there. Why is he and O'Brien not starting together in that formation? They would have commanded that midfield in a 4-2-3-1. It was brilliant, man. We've missed him. And now the focus goes on from O'Brien must start every game to Mangala must start every game. And the poor guy's probably going to mess up against Villa because we're all going to put the weight of the world on his shoulders. The poor guy. So, I thought he was brilliant when he came on. I'm going to give him, and this is breaking all protocols of we're not going above 4, but for him, we are. I'm going a 6. I thought he was really good. But the poor guy now is going to have to deal with everyone tweeting anyone who's linked to Nottingham Forest for the next 7 days saying Mangala must start, like O'Brien must started last week. And the poor guy is going to be absolutely under the pressure and microscope come next week against Villa. Okay, so that was the sub. That was 4 subs. We didn't even use 5 subs. I would have subbed pretty much the whole team off at halftime, but it is what it is. And let's go on to... Unless you guys are going to tell me there was another sub. I don't know. Oh, I'm dreading doing this one, man. Oh. Andrew says, I'm suffering from high blood pressure and this doesn't help. Aurier and Mangala look good though. Hope I do think Steve Cooper's finished. Sorry. Keep well, bro. Go take a break, bro. I don't want it coming up anymore. Ant says, fact is, Mangala and O'Brien do need to start. They do. Gabrielle, thank you for subscribing. Rise Clayhill, thank you for subscribing as well. I don't know what to say here. What I will say is I ran a few cheeky little polls during the stream where there's a good few hundred people were voting. And I just wanted to get a little, temperature gauge on where people were. Now, I know it's raw to do. As we hit 5,800 subscribers, guys, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Please hit the like as well. We're on 38 likes and there's like 300 odd people in here. Guys, hit the like or I'm not giving you my Steve Cooper rating. So there's so many of you here. Hit that like button now or we don't rate Cooper. And I know you all want to do it. Nor am I going to tell you my thoughts on Steve Cooper as well. All right, that's 49. Keep it going. Keep it going. I want more. Andrew says, Wolverine, do you think we can come good, bro? I don't know, bro. Ask me tomorrow when I've had some sleep. Keep it coming. 59, 62. That's it. See, you do know where the like button is. You do know where the like button is, you liars. And another 2 subscribers. Thank you so much. All right. What are we saying here, guys? What are we saying here? You know this Rafa Benitez that's going around in the chat? That's the only suggestion. And I'm not saying Cooper in or out, but that's the only suggestion that has been featured. Some of the names you lot have said is just absolutely out of this world. Nearly 5k subs. Congrats, mate, bro. Wait, what are you talking about? I'm nearly 6k. Hell. All right, anyway. This was a disaster. There's no other way of explaining it. Tactically, formationally, if that's even a word, right? He got it right-ish, I think. Because I'm still not convinced we did play a 4-2-3-1 because, again, the players on the pitch were just all over the place. It was an absolute disaster and a joke and crazy. But if he did set out to play a 4-2-3-1, it was right, but the personnel was wrong. Cook shouldn't be on the pitch. Williams, okay, I would have probably played Williams because I'm like, Williams is great in a back 4. Yeah, right. And I would say that Coyote shouldn't have been anywhere near the pitch. Lingard should be in Manchester. Just go away. And Mangala should have been on there. Look, I said that I wouldn't have played the 4-2-3-1 today. I've got proof on it on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter, Wolverine8125. Why? Because I felt that this game needed a 3 in the middle. It needed O'Brien, Mangala, and Freuler. O'Brien and Mangala would have been the legs around Freuler. Freuler would have pulled the strings. And then Dennis on the left, Johnson on the right, Awoni up front. My God, thought of Awoni up front. What was I thinking? Anyway, even having said all that, I still feel that this formation can work with Forest. Better than a 3 at the back, right? But the personnel was wrong. Cook shouldn't have been on there. McKenna wasn't fit enough, right? I want to know what Biancone's got to do, what Bidet's got to do to even get a whiff, to even smell the assholes of the players that get onto that pitch. Yeah, what have they got to do to get that close to being on that team? I have no idea. It's like, it worked for like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and then the goal goes in, heads drop, Tesco time. You buy 2, you get a third free. Gotta be done. And it's like, what'd you do? But anyway, back to Cooper, sorry. Now, something I've always complained about is his substitutions and the timing of his substitution and how it's reactive and too late. To be honest, he could have subbed off Coyote 5 minutes into the game and I would have been like, bro, at least you're watching the game. It's good to see. But he waited till half time. Now, I don't mind that he did him at half time, but by then the game was dead anyway. But what I hated was that he brought on Yates and Freuler, who both were crap together against Fulham. And I want to understand how that was going to impact the game in any positive way whatsoever. It makes absolute no sense to me. No sense whatsoever. At that stage, he should have brought on Mangala. O'Brien should have been left on. I still need to know what that beef was between MG Dub and O'Brien, because that was entertaining, man. That was as entertaining as it got all night. But it was pathetic, man. It was pathetic. Guys, keep liking the video. Keep liking. At least get me to 100, man. I'm talking sick here. Come on. So I wasn't happy with those. I would have still brought... Dennis should have been brought on for Lingard at halftime. That didn't happen. And then, like... I mean, he could have come on for Johnson either. It's like Johnson was playing poo by that stage as well. But for me, the fact that he played Lingard and Gibbs-White, they don't work together, man. They don't work together. Look, I've ranted done. Cooper is getting a big fat 0 for me. 0. It was terrible. The player selection was all... I mean, Worrell. I go back to Worrell. Worrell's confidence must be so low right now that the captain of the club is replaced by Captain Slow. And I'm not saying James May. I would have taken James May over Cook. He's probably faster than him. But Captain Slow Cook comes in, takes the armband off Worrell and the position off Worrell. And I think Worrell's shit. But he's not as shit as Cook. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Disaster of a night. We've waited 2 weeks for this crap. Yeah. And they should be ashamed that each player, manager, staff, boot boys, toilet cleaners, whoever that is associated with that club should be ashamed of themselves. The other thing that's pissing me the hell off is, where are the players who are going to come out after the match and at least apologize to the fans who went all the way to Leicester, who saw that crap, yeah, and us who had to watch that crap? Why are they all hiding behind their mum skirts, yeah? Never do they come out after a match and say anything on camera, yeah? Even if it is a fake apology, yeah? Nothing, absolutely nothing from them. It's an absolute joke, yeah? They send Cooper out to say his usual crap. The rest of them say nothing. Andrew, thank you so much for the £2. Can't get any worse. I do think Steve Cooper is finished. Look, we'll get onto that. We'll get onto that. So for me, Cooper's a 0. Yeah. The players, hang your heads in shame. At the moment, you don't deserve to wear the shirt. You're an absolute disgrace to the shirt. Each and every one of you tonight was atrocious, with the exception of Mangala, which brings me on to my man of the match. And yet again, my man of the match is going to be a substitute who came on late in the game and at least tried to play football. Mangala for me is man of the match. Let me know in the live chat now. Let me know, guys. Get it in there. Who's your man of the match? And in the comments down below. It was a pathetic night of football. Man of the match is the coach driver, says TC. Cooper, I gave a 0, Carl. Tim saying Mangala. Yeah, I mean, the problem is now the real quality players start to show. You can see the cream rises to... Well, the cream doesn't rise to the top. The shit sinks to the bottom is probably the best way to look at this. Carl, thank you for subscribing to the channel. So now all this shit is sinking to the bottom. We're starting to see, yes, they're still covered in little diarrhea and what have you, but you're starting to see the players that are actually decent enough to play the game. And Mangala is shining out. O'Brien, apart from tonight, is shining out. You've got... I'm kind of stuck after that, really. I'm stuck after that. O'Brien, Mangala. Yeah, like Adam says, the fans. Don't know. Anyway, guys, let me know if you agree or disagree with those player ratings. Don't tell me I was too harsh, because I don't think I was harsh enough. But don't tell me that team selection was right. Look, I was happy about the format. Nia Kate, thank you, Forest Ant. Thank you. Do you know what? All right. The only good players we have now left are ones who are injured and ones who have never played for Forest. That's where our mindset is at. The players that haven't played are better than the players who have played. And we haven't even seen half these players kick a goddamn ball. That's how bad it's got right now. That is freaking fucked up when you think about it like that. Seriously, it's unreal. And the thing is, we will build our expectations of Bidet, right? We'll be coming on, and I have seen him play, right? I know a lot of you guys haven't seen him play, but I've seen him play, right? And he'll come on and he'll have a stinker, and then who are we going to turn to? Back to Mbasso. It's like, what is going on here? Look, I'm going to ask you guys, do you want a fan forum or not? Andrew says, thanks for the channel, cheered me up, no NC, someone who cares about the club. Glad to support your channel, bro. You're a legend, man. I appreciate it, and I hope your blood pressure is okay. Man of the match for Andrew was Aurier. I think that was a good shout as well. Do you guys want a fan forum or not? And if you say yes, I expect you guys to come on there, and I want to hear your say. And I think the conversation is going to be about Steve Cooper and what's going on. So, look, tomorrow we have a lot of YouTubers coming on, and we're going to be doing a regular Tuesday night stream where we're all talking. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss that. I need 12 more likes before I end this stream. So some of you need to go and hit that like button now. Ninja says John Percy has put a post up that Forest are looking into Rafa Benitez. I'm not starting speculation or anything, bro. I've been sitting here just venting, so I haven't seen anything. Fan forum, we need one for Van. Yeah, we'll do a therapy session then. Okay, so give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go and like get a drink. Yes, of course, but I'm not in a fit state to come on this time. Yeah, but you're in tomorrow, man. So you just make sure you're sober enough for tomorrow. All right, guys. So don't forget to like the video. 10 more of you idiots. I mean, you lovely people. Give me a quick like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. They're free to do. And also go get your free Amazon Music trial. Free to do. The link's in the description below. MMA says, on that stream tomorrow, remind them that most of them said they'd only pay 8 million for Ghana and 5 to 8 million for Davis and would prefer Owoni. Yeah, but MMA, again, you're doing what I said that we've all been doing. Yeah, that the players who aren't on the pitch are better than the players who are on the pitch. And some of them, some people have never even heard of, right? So the Ghana's not even making it in. Let's talk about it on the fan forum. MMA, get your ass on the fan forum. I want to hear what you got to say, but you're not allowed to mention the word Zinkanega. I know you have. I know you have. Okay, guys, I will be back in about 5 minutes. Great. I've still got work tomorrow as well. Exciting. Love this. Love this. We'll have a fan forum. Look, we'll keep it going for as long as people need therapy for. And I will be back in 5 minutes. Before you leave, 4 more of you need to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments for those of you watching it later or have been too depressed or whatever. Let me know if you agree with those. But I want to know in the comments, are you still backing Cooper or not? And we will talk about all of that in the fan forum in about 5 minutes. So I will catch you guys. Actually, I need to put the link out. Hold on, I can't end the stream just yet. Not just yet, guys. Not just yet, because I need to make a... Hold on. This is live TV for you guys right now. Live TV. Live TV. Live TV. All right. Don't laugh at the score, because obviously I can't see it into the future, right? I will change it for the thing. Let me get you guys the link. It should push you there, but I'll pin it in the chat for you guys. So there's the fan forum link. Go get your asses a cup of tea, get yourself ready. You should be able to auto push there as well if you hang around. And I will be back in about 5 minutes once I've tidied that title up. 0-0. Yeah, right. Can you imagine? All right, guys. I'll see you in about 5